Angela Merkel finds Twitter halt of Trump account problematic. The German Chancellor said that freedom of opinion should not be determined by those running online platforms.
Here's a summary of the article.
German Chancellor Angela Merkel believes that the decision by social media giants to permanently suspend Donald Trump's accounts is problematic because freedom of opinion should not be determined by such online platform bosses, her spokesman said Monday. The fundamental right to freedom of opinion is a fundamental right of elementary importance, and this fundamental right can be interfered with, but through the law and within the framework defined by the legislature, not according to the decision of the management of social media platforms, said Mrs. Merkel's spokesman, Stefan Seibert. From this point of view, the Chancellor considers it problematic that the accounts of the U.S. President have been permanently blocked. Completely blocking out views by halting the account is a step too far, the spokesman said, but added that he backed action taken by social media in recent months to flag false claims. Mrs. Merkel had said she was furious and saddened by the storming of the U.S. Capitol by Trump supporters. She had also accused Trump of stoking the unrest by refusing to concede election defeat to Joe Biden. Twitter on Friday shut down Trump's account to prevent another attack on the Capitol building.
This post received a score of 22,000, with an upvote ratio of 73%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
It seems many people aren't reading the entire article.
Yup, she basically wants a law that if you promote violence you get kicked off social media. She doesn't want it to be random Twitter mods or executives deciding it, which is fair when you consider potential future precedent.
This is entirely on Trump and the government for being so okay with a private company that's not designed to be the form of communication for politicians. Trump can still host press conferences if he has something to say. Social media companies are not, and should not be the primary source of information from our nation's leader.
Greater than social media companies are not, and should not, be the primary source of information from our nation's leader. Not only in the U.S., but abroad. Particularly if you want to circumvent the media and speak directly to the people. It's a bit crazy that global governments aren't more concerned that an American company can simply turn them off whenever they want. I would think that, for example, the King of Saudi Arabia would be happy to sponsor some open-source P2P tweet system out of fear he's ultimately going to get banned. Oh wait, he owns almost, I forgot.
Maybe we're somehow really out of the loop, but I'm Swedish and I can't say I've ever read a tweet by our Prime Minister. It exists, but it's hardly the main form of communication. If I'm not mistaken, other world leaders use Twitter as a redundant means of communication to try and better reach citizens. But the information had already been released through official channels first. Yeah, that's pretty much been my impression. They use it the same way artists use social media like Tumblr. Simply an account to extend their reach when they're putting something out.
May I direct you to the current Prime Minister of India? I don't even remember the last time there was a press conference. He has been in power for 6 years now. There have been televised addresses to the nation. But pretty much everything else is on social media.
Interesting. How's it going?
Not great. Radio silence on important issues. His fans and opponents fight it out on social media, and eventually there is a tweet that distracts PPL or is the exact opposite of a tweet previously made. Occasionally, there is taking credit for achievements by literally anybody.
World leaders should have never been communicating via Twitter in the first place.
I'd be fine with banning all politicians. It'd be more fair that way.
To be completely honest, that should be what happens. If you become a politician or run for any office, you forfeit your ability to have social media. It's the only real resolution to all this IMO.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.